It's Firearms Friday at the Wyoming State Museum in Cheyenne. I'm firearms historian Evan Green, and today I wanted to share with you one of my favorite long guns in the collection. This is a Colt Lightning in 4440, and here's the cartridge, the 4440 cartridge. And this was the first pump-action rifle made by Colt, and it kind of set the example or the standard for hundreds of thousands of pump-action .22 rifles made by Winchester, Stevens, and Remington. Very, very similar in configuration and in operation. This one's especially nice. It's got the tang sight here in the back. It's pretty stiff. Tang sight in the back. It's got an ivory bead in the front, and they did a nice job of filling with a brass slug this slot or dovetail here where the original rear sight would have been. And this is in pretty good shape. Most of the bluing is still there. Bore is in excellent condition. Would still be a shooter if I was allowed to do that. I'd love to take this one out and put some rounds through it. Some people said that the pump-action rifle was steadier in the hand than the lever action, because with a lever action, you had to release your grip in order to work the lever, whereas with a pump action, you kept that main grip. I've shot both. I had a replica of a Colt Lightning that I used for a while in cowboy action shooting, and frankly, I didn't see that much difference from the lever action rifles that I used, but that was a game we played. So, kind of interesting story goes with this. This came out in 1894, and eventually there were 3 frame sizes. This was the first one that came out. It was the medium frame. They then introduced a small frame, which was chambered in 22 short and 22 long, and eventually a large frame that was chambered in like 38-56 and the 50-95 Express cartridge. Those were not, for whatever reason, very popular. They only made and sold about 6,000 or 7,000 of the large frames, but over 100,000 of these and the small frame guns came out. So again, 1884, this had to have been on the drawing board in 1883 when Colt came out with the Burgess rifle. And it was a lever action rifle that was a direct competitor with the Winchester Model 1873. So Winchester, when they became aware that Colt was making a lever action rifle, had a prototype single action revolver made, scheduled a meeting with the folks at Colt and said, "Oh, we hear you're making a lever action rifle. Here's our project." And apparently there was a gentleman's agreement because Colt discontinued the Burgess and Winchester never made a single action revolver. So again, pump action, there were a lot of experimentation over the years, particularly in the metallic cartridge era, of various operating systems. And one of the first pump-action long guns was a shotgun patented by the guy who made the Spencer carbines and rifles. And that was in 1882. This came out in 1884. It took Winchester until 1883. Is that right? Well, no, 1893 to come out with their pump-action hammer shotgun, which was then improved and came out as the very well-regarded model of 1897. So pump-action rifle, and again, I think set the model for a lot of future firearms, particularly .22 caliber. Although Remington made, I forget what they call it, was a Fieldmaster maybe, made a pump-action big game rifle in serious calibers. So anyway, like I said, this is one of my favorite guns, favorite long guns, because it's in such good shape and it's aesthetically pleasing to me in the way it's set up. So, Colt Lightning. Thanks for watching.